A popular parlance in Nigeria says delay is dangerous. Some groups are raising concerns over the delay in the assenting to the Electoral Act Amendment Bill passed by the National Assembly. Following this delay, some civil society organizations embarked on a protest in Abuja and called on President Muhammadu Buhari to give assent to the reworked bill without further delay. Let's share the story by TVC News' Femi Akonde.
Stated in our statement last week that if the president fails to assent to the bill after or before 22nd, then INEC will have no option but to shift election dates. And it is too early in the day to start shifting election dates. Address all the legal uncertainties that will accrue or result out as a result of shifts in dates. I think this confusion is needless.
Mr. President must understand that Nigeria is the big brother in Africa. And Nigeria's role in terms of deepening democracy will help to protect democracy in the sub-region and also to avert coup in other countries. One thing Nigeria must realize that if we deepen democracy, sustain democracy, it will help to avert military uprising in other countries.
7 years after, is not able to do any positive thing towards addressing electoral fraud in Nigeria. And the implication of this is that he appears to enjoy what he has been complaining before.
Sign the bill, sign the bill. Mr. President, sign the bill. Mr. President, sign the bill.
We have seen a statement from the presidency, the presidential spokesman Femi Adesina, accusing this advocate of playing politics with the bill. He says the president will sign the bill in a matter of hours, but how long we do not know. 24 hours, 48 hours, 78 hours, we do not know. All he is saying is in a matter of hours. But the deadline for this provision for INEC to publish the dates for next year's general election would elapse, will expire today.
That poem says 6 o'clock, tick, tick. What do you have to do? Do quick. Jide, according to the design of the Independent National Electoral Commission, the presidential election is slated for February the 18th, 2023. And this is less than a year to that presidential election. And INEC, we have a comprehensive timetable. And for them to bring out that timetable, they need this Electoral Act to be signed. The consequence, if this Electoral Act is not signed for the 5th time in the life of this President Muhammadu Buhari since 2015, we might be that unfortunate to use the 2015 Electoral Act to conduct the 2023 general election.
That would be really unfortunate to use every election cycle is meant to be governed by a new electoral law.
Peculiar to...
Yes, because INEC constantly will review its processes, evolving, desire to make our elections more credible and more transparent. But the cause of INEC is not helped by the reluctance to give us assent to the electoral bill. I think the first clue that Nigerians had that the president may not give his assent was the statement by Attorney General Malami that if he could see clear signs that some vested interests out of selfish desires planted some portions in the electoral bill, then he will advise the president not to sign. And this was what angered civil society organizations who felt that the Attorney General was taking these issues personal. And they cited section 174 subsection 3 of the Constitution, the 1993 Constitution as amended, which says in exercising its powers under this section, the Attorney General of the Federation shall have regard to the public interest, the interest of justice, and the need to prevent abuse of legal process. It is the interest of Nigerians to have an electoral process that we can be proud of, that we can show to the world that yes, we are proud. We are proud.
Moving up.
Yes,
stepping up.
we are proud of our elections. We've not had elections that we can, even in this on the African continent, that we can show to people that yes, this is an election that we are really proud of. What are we doing? The card reader was introduced, but the card reader is being bypassed. The first time that we used the card reader in 2015, we just crossed the 50% mark. But we've had off-season elections since then. We had off-season election in Bayelsa, we had off-season election in Kogi and other
Anambra,
places.
Ondo.
The off-season election that we had in Bayelsa and Kogi, we recorded 16% compliance with the Electoral Act. That means we are going down. Something that went all the way to more than 50%, a little over 50%, not up to 60% in 2015. And you can see that 2015, the rate of litigation went down because people could see that the election was largely free and fair. But look at what happened in 2019. More people challenged the way the election went because they could see clearly that it was fraught with irregularities. INEC is trying to address all of this by coming up with a body of laws to govern the election. And we are vacillating. So now, it is likely that the president will tell them to remove something again before giving his assent. Forget about what Femi Adesina says. He's not the president. He's not a decision maker. His own duty is, okay, when the deed is done, he's the one who will come out to rationalize why the action was taken. There are still, if the way Attorney General Malami spoke, I know that that portion saying that people should resign at least 3 months, before election. I know that a good number of them, especially those in government now. Including the Attorney General, those of them who harbor political ambitions, they are not happy with it. They are not happy. So maybe that one now, or the issue of the clause on consensus, maybe for that reason they are going to say, oh, National Assembly, take this thing back, remove these 2 items, or forget about me signing. This is where we are.
I don't know if Mr. President is going to tell them, because what we are hearing that they are not happy with some portions of that Electoral Act. So if he's going to sign it with a caveat that, look, National Assembly, expunge this.
Who is not happy, Ayo? The only set of people that are not happy are the political class. Left for Nigerians who want to vote and want democracy to thrive, they are okay with whatever that comes from the National Assembly.
Yaga and this civil society organization, what they are fighting for the first time, we are going to have electronic transmission of results from the polling units.
So that even when you go to court, you can always bring the result as evidence in court.
Yes, they are taking from CSOs from polling unit to the ward to one and be hijacked on the way.
You know, so just like I say, every 4 years is a time for us to always better our electoral laws, so that once we know, okay, this was the 4 years ago, in the next election, let's better it. It's just like what happened in 2020.
It's perfect.
You look at in America then, you know, the absentee voters, what happened? They now said, okay, fine, because we are disenfranchising some people, because that period the election will be holding, some people will be at work. So you just, whether you are at work or not, will bring, that is where the mail voting came. They
start voting early.
You vote early and then you go to work. You understand? So that is how they better their own electoral process. So if Now we are asking the National Assembly has given
what
the president
is
for you to
what is
sign.
wrong in resigning?
Nothing wrong.
I've seen people look at Governor Kaode Fayemi. Some of his people wanted to contest.
Oh, yeah,
they already left.
Oh, yeah, Banji has left.
Even in Benue, some of our friends who want to contest for governor and other positions, they had left since months ago.
Yes. And then
people like Teva Akase, he has already resigned
and he has
as the governor's spokesman and he's campaigning. So what is even the big deal in resigning? Because those who are pushing for this, they want a level playing field. You can't be using your position in government to continue to cheat other people in the name of contesting election. What's even the big deal there?
Now, till when we start looking at this when we start looking at it beyond our interests and start putting the country's interests above all, I don't think we are going to reach a consensus on this, because everybody, there's an hidden agenda.
Yes,
you make law because of your vested interests. We're not looking at the big picture.
The thing is, here you say you make law, you are referring to the people who make the law. If you say you are waging a war against law because of your interest, because that's what we are seeing.
Exactly.
Okay, they said okay, for there to be consensus, let there be written agreements that those guys that we have agreed. What is wrong in that? What is this is what caused the problem in Zamfara when Oshomole claimed that there was consensus. And they came out to say, no, there was no consensus. Where did we have the meeting? Tell us.
Exactly.
So I don't think it's even wrong to say, okay,
of course,
let the people be able to say, I voluntarily agree on this idea.
Is
this something that we will now delay signing over it?